Hello everyone and welcome to TuteLift. This video is about chapter 2 of our book Taxmann by R.P. Rustagi, and the chapter's name is Mathematics of Finance or Time Value of Money. So the basic concept of time value of money tells us that the money receivable today is different in its worth than the money receivable at some other point in future. Basically, आज के पैसे की वैल्यू is different from the same पैसे की value at some other point in future, right? There are two main concepts in this chapter, and in this particular video I'll only focus on concept 1. Okay, so concept 1 is compounding technique or future value, which is basically used to calculate the value of present money in future. आज के पैसे की वैल्यू फ्यूचर में क्या होगी. एंड द सेकेंड कॉन्सेप्ट इज प्रेजेंट वैल्यू और डिस्काउंटिंग टेक्निक, विच इज यूज टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ फ्यूचर मनी इन प्रेजेंट, यानी कि फ्यूचर के पैसे की वैल्यू आज क्या होगी. Let me make a quick table to get you familiarized with the concepts. So time value of money has two main concepts, as I told you. One is compounding technique, which is used to calculate the future value. Second is discounting technique, which is used to calculate the present value. Under compounding technique, we shall look into two sub-concepts. One is compounding for a single amount. Second is compounding for a series of equal amounts. And the same sub-concepts are in discounting technique as well. Discounting for a single amount and discounting for a series of equal amounts. So basically this is also known as annuity, series of equal amounts, but annuity are also of two types. One is ordinary annuity, which is known as annuity only, and the other is annuity due. We will look into this further. So this is ordinary annuity and annuity due. Now coming to the first concept. Basically बचपन में what did we learn about compounding? Compounding was basically if I have 1,000 rupees right now and it is 12% interest per annum, let's say, and this amount becomes 1,000 plus 120, that is 1120 in the next year. So this will be the principal for the next year. And when we calculate the interest for third year, we will take this amount as the principal and then calculate interest on this amount, and then this amount will be the principal for fourth year. So this is the basic concept of compounding which we learned in our schools. Now coming to the question. The question says that rupees 1,000 is deposited in a bank today at 12% per annum compounded annually. What will be the amount after 5 years? Right? So the number of years we have is 5 years. And the rate of interest is 12% per annum. And the principal amount is 1,000. Right? So how would we calculate this under maths? Under maths, the formula is principal into 1 plus r ki power n, which here becomes 1,000 into 1 plus 0.12 ki power 5, which is 1,000 into 1.12 power 5. So this is 1.762 and this amount becomes 1762, which is our future value. Basically 5 years ke baad we will get this amount. Right? This is how we do it in maths. But in finance, we have another formula for this. We have this formula, future value is equal to present value into CVF, R and N. Basically, CVF is a table. Okay, we have a table A1 for CVF. And CVF is used when there is a single amount. So since we have a single amount, that is rupees 1000, so we use CVF wali table, that is table A1 in your books. Now for calculating future value, we take present value as rupees 1000 and we have to calculate CVF at 12 and 5. This is a rate of interest and this is a number of years. So let's see how will we look into this in the table. So basically this is our table A1, right? And this is the CVF wala table. So here we have to see the amount at 12% and at 5 years. So basically this will be the amount. So the amount is 1.762. Now coming back to the question, this value would be 1000 into 1.762 as we looked in the table. This will become 1762, which is our future value. Don't you think this was easier than how we do it in maths? Now coming to the second part of the question, suppose a company is offering us that we pay 1000 rupees now and we get 1750 rupees after 5 years. What is the company saying? कि अभी हम 1000 दें and we get 1750 after 5 years. And what did we calculate as per our bank? कि we pay 1000 now and we get 1762 rupees after 5 years if we deposit it in a bank. So which one do you think is a better option? Obviously this one is a better option, so we will reject the company's offer. Now coming to the second concept, that is calculation of future value of a single amount. If compounding is done semi-annually or quarterly, that is more than one compounding in a year. That means कि एक साल में एक बार compounding नहीं हो रही है, एक साल में more than one compoundings हो रही है. Semi-annually means कि साल में 2 बार compoundings हो रही है. Quarterly means साल में 4 बार compoundings हो रही है. And monthly means कि साल में 12 times compounding हो रही है. Now let's say we had this amount rupees 1000 and अगर साल में एक बार compounding होती तो यहाँ पे 12% interest लगता and we would have been getting 1120 rupees at year 1. But यहाँ पे साल में 2 बार compounding हो रही है, so we'll put 6% interest 2 times, right? So यहाँ पे हमें 6 months के बाद we'll get our amount at 6%, which will be 1060. And then after 6 months again, we'll compound it at 6% and we'll get 1123.60 around some amount, which is different than 1120, right? So how do we do it in maths? In maths, the formula would be P into 1 plus R upon M, keep R n into M, where M is the number of compoundings in a year. So here M would be 2 because this is semi-annually. So the formula would be 1000 into 1 plus 12 upon 2 into 5 in e power 5 into 2, which is 7 ki power 10. Okay, so this is how we do it in maths, but we use the same figures to do it as per accounts or FM. So we use the same formula, which was FV is equal to PV into CVF, R and N, right? But here R would be 12 into 2 that was R into M, and here N would be 5 into 2, that was N into M. We use the same figures to calculate the amount as per finance. So 1000 into CVF, sorry, this would be R upon M. So this would be 6 and 10. So as per the CVF table, this amount is 1.791. So future value would be 1791 rupees. Right? Now let's say the compounding was done quarterly, that is 4 compoundings in a year. So our M would be 4. So the formula would be PV into CVF. This would be 12 by 4 and this would be 5 into 4. So the formula would be 1000 into CVF 3 and 20. So we'll look into the CVF table at these values. Similarly, if the compounding was done monthly, our M would be 12. So the formula would be 1000 into CVF 12 by 12 and 5 into 12. So we'll look into the CVF table at 1 and 60. Right? Coming to the next topic of the video, calculation of effective rate of return. What is effective rate of return? Now when we were doing compounding annually, हमारे पास 1000 rupees थे, and after 1 year at 12% interest per annum, it became 1120, right? So we added 120 as interest here. Here our rate of return for the whole year is 12%, which is also our effective rate of return. But when we were compounding it semi-annually, we charged interest 2 times at 6% and 6%. So pehle it became 1060, then it became 1123.60, right? But we don't know the effective rate of return, that is the rate of return for the whole year. So basically for the whole year, how much interest did we get? 123.60 is the interest amount that we got at semi-annually. So effective rate of return would be interest amount upon 1000 into 100. इस पे हमें ये interest मिला है. So this comes out to be 12.36% approximately. Okay. So there is a formula to calculate effective rate of return under finance, which is effective rate of return would be, which we symbolize as RE, CVF RN minus 1. Okay. यहाँ पे the logic is same कि R basically would be R upon M and N would be N into M, where M is number of compoundings in a year. Okay. So effective rate of return here would be, हमने 12% को सेमी एनुअली कर रहे थे, six and so no, it wasn't for 5 years, it was for 1 year, right? So 6 and 1. So this amount would come out to be approximately 12.40%, which is close to 12.36, which we calculated earlier, right? So this is the formula for effective rate of return. Okay, Calculation of future value of a series of equal amounts, which is also known as annuity. So this question is of ordinary annuity. Because हम साल के end में deposit कर रहे हैं amounts. So basically ₹1000 is deposited every year at the end of each year. मतलब for 5 years we deposit ₹1000 at the end of each year. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So हम बार बार इसका अमाउंट नहीं निकाल सकते, राइट? बिकॉज यहाँ पे अगर अमाउंट 1000 है तो यहाँ पे हमको 1000 इंटू CVF 12 and 4 करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज 4 years आर रिमेनिंग. यहाँ पे हमको 1000 इंटू CVF 12 and 3 करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे हमको 1000 इंटू CVF 12 and 2 करना पड़ेगा बिकॉज 2 years आर रिमेनिंग. एंड सिमिलरली यहाँ पे 1000 इंटू CVF 12 and 1 एंड यहाँ पे 1000 इंटू CVF 12 and 0. सो अगर हम इसको उस वे में कर रहे होते सो हमें हर साल सेपरेट अमाउंट्स निकालनी पड़ती एंड देन वी हैव टू ऐड देम एंड इसका टोटल वुड कम आउट टू बी 6353 approximately, which is a very very long way to do this. So we have a formula for annuity also. So whenever the amount is deposited every year and there is no single amount, there are multiple amounts. So उसका formula होता है future value is equal to annuity amount into CVAF R and N. So CVAF has its separate table A2, I suppose. And it's the same as CVF table, but it's used for annuity. Okay, A here stands for annuity. So here our annuity amount was 1000 and R was 12 and N was 5. So let's look into the CVAF table. This is the CVAF table, nothing new, same as the CVF table. So 12% pay, 5 years pay, the amount would be 6.353. So I should write it down here. 1000 into 6.353, which comes out to be 6353, which is our future value. Now, as told pehle, there are two types of annuity. One is ordinary annuity, where we pay the amount at the end of each year. That is, at the end of first year, the end of second year. But annuity due is when we pay the amount at the beginning of every year. मतलब first year शुरू होने से पहले we paid ₹1000, then second year शुरू होने से पहले we paid ₹1000. So the formula for calculating future value is different for both of these. This one we see abhi, future value is equal to annuity amount into CVAF R and N. This one is basic. But in this one, annuity due, future value is calculated as annuity amount into CVAF into CVF R and N. Because basically इसमें एक साल is getting added, right? So we multiply it by CVF also at the same R and N. This would be the same. Let's say if we are taking it as 12.5, so we once look into the amount at CVAF table and then we once look into the amount at CVF table for 12.5 only. Let's look at some practice questions now. If you invest ₹5,000 today at compounding interest 9% per annum, what will be its future value after 75 years? This is a question of a single amount, right? हम सिर्फ single amount deposit कर रहे हैं. So we'll use the CVF table. So the formula would be future value is equal to present value into CVF R and N. but there is a catch here. Okay, 5000 into CVF 9 and 75. N is 75. But in the CVF table, we don't have values up to 75. Right? So what should we do here? In maths, you might have looked into this formula. If there is a की power 75, that could be written as a30 plus a30 into a15. And basically the powers get added. a30 plus 30 plus 15. Okay, so this was used in maths. So we'll use the same logic where we will calculate the CVF separately. So 5000 into CVF for 9 and 30 first, then CVF for 9 and 30 again, then CVF for 9 and 15. So we can look into the values at 30, 30 and 15. So अगर हमारे पास बहुत बड़ी कोई value है, so we can break it down like this. So this is 5000 into 13.268 into 13.268 into 3.642, and the whole value will come out to be 32,565. The next question is, a borrower offers 16% rate with quarterly compounding. What is the effective rate of interest? Firstly, our M here is 4 as compounding is done quarterly. So हमारा R would be 16 by 4 and N would be 4 into 1. So R is 4% and N is 4. So now to calculate effective rate of interest, our formula is RE CVF 4 and 4 minus 1, which is 1.170 minus 1, 0.170. So this is basically 17%, our effective rate of interest. Next question is, 15 annual payments of ₹5,000 are made into a bank that pays 14% interest per annum. What will be the future value after 15 years? अब ये वाला 15 आपको कंफ्यूज करने के लिए दिया हुआ है. दिस इज n ओनली और n हमें यहाँ से पता चल रहा है. सो r is 14%, n is 15 and present value is 5,000 rupees, which is our annuity value basically. And अगर आपको नहीं बताया हुआ कि annuity due है या annuity ordinary है, तो you consider it as ordinary annuity. So the formula is present value into CVAF R and N. So this is 5,000 into CVAF at 14 and 15, which is 43.842. So this amount will be 219,210. The next question is, a company advertises that it will pay 44 this amount at the end of 5 years who deposit this for 5 years. So हमें future value दे रखी है 44,650 and this is a question of annuity, right? And end वाला है तो ordinary annuity. So we have to calculate the rate of interest. हमें n दे रखा है 5 years. So basically हमारा formula was FV is equal to annuity amount into CVAF R and N. यहाँ पे our annuity amount is 6,000 into CVAF. R is not given and we have 5 as N and future value is 44,650, right? So CVAF R at 5 will be 44,650 upon 6,000, which is 7,442. So we just have to find this value in the CVAF table at 5. Basically जो 5 वाला रो होगा उस रो में हमको 7,442 7.442. This value we have to find in the row. So this will come at 20%. So basically our rate of interest would be 20% per annum. Alright, this brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on it. And to reach out to us, drop us a mail at tutelift@gmail.com.
आपको कोई भी फीडबैक है वीडियो से रिलेटेड या किसी और चीज़ से रिलेटेड, आप हमें कमेंट से बता सकते हैं, या आप हमें मेल कर सकते हैं, या फिर आप हमारे इंस्टा हैंडल पे भी हमें डीएम कर सकते हैं. सो डू फॉलो अस ऑन इंस्टा गाइज एंड सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.